Hello and welcome to the Captain's Table, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Paul Berserker01 Batman Shelley, your humble host and space bartender at the Astropub, and your moderator here on the Captain's Table. This is like number 4 attempts to getting this started. We've had nothing but technical difficulties, and I'm just going to blame Gal for everything. So because
My fault.
Gal is a moderator, so it's always the moderator's fault. And then Gal can then return the favor and blame all of us and try to troll us for doing this. It's just how moderators work. Anywho,
I don't even have to say anything. I don't know it's your fault.
All right, let's get started with introductions. Eralia, who are you? What do you do in Star Citizen, and where can they find you?
Hi, I'm Eralia. Nice to meet you guys. I am a full-time military person and a part-time partner Twitch streamer. I play mostly Star Citizen, as Astro just said. I got into Star Citizen a couple years ago because I was like a nerdy game streamer, Satisfactory and other like engineering type games. And then somehow I acquired Star Citizen players, and then they told me to play it, so I play it. And it's been a couple years since, so I love the game, and yeah, I look forward to chatting about it.
One of us. Star Citizen fans are like that. They just like to convert people into Star Citizen. Like, oh, you like this game?
It's a cult.
You like this? Yeah, it's a cult. It's a cult. Not a cult. Hashtag not a cult.
Not a cult.
What do you mostly do in Star Citizen, Aurelia?
Yeah, I forgot. You asked me a few questions, and I have squirrel brain. So by the time I kept talking, I forgot what the other question was. I mostly like to shoot stuff. I used to be like a PvPer, and then they reworked the flight model a million times. So now I just pretty much bounty hunt, whether it's on ground or in space.
Nice. And where can they find you?
You can find me on twitch.tv/Eralia. I'm also on youtube.com/c/Eralia, and then Twitter as well at It's Eralia.
Is it all just Eralia?
Pretty much, except for Twitter. Someone named Eralia has it. I don't know who they are, but it's Eralia.
My thing is all about branding. So if you can get the same name in everyone, it's like
I know.
I love it.
I know. I will eventually get it back somehow.
Just find them and convince them very carefully with words. That's all you need.
Jesus, you'd hate me. Mine's different on everything.
Speaking of Gal, who are you? What do you do in Star Citizen, and where can they find you?
Hello, I am Gal. What do I do in Star Citizen? I'm a bit of a cheese bounty hunter, I guess. I was a bit like Eralia, liked PvPing before the rework. Got absolutely screwed. Now I'm doo-doo at PvP dogfighting. So I pretty much do ground combat bounty hunting. Just wait for people to get out on the ground and do it that way. Try and do it with my fists. I'm also known for trolling people, especially streamers.
Oh no, Gal never trolled.
But yeah, that's what was the other question? I forgot.
Where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitch, Gallagher07. I pretty new to streaming, but enjoying it so far, especially in the Star Citizen community. So
nice. All right. Well, let's ask I'll ask kind of like going in reverse order again, like how you found Star Citizen. We kind of already heard that from Eralia. Eralia. I'm going to screw that up 5,000 times, so sorry.
As long as you call me
Eralia.
Astro,
Yes.
as long as you call me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gal, how did you find Star Citizen?
How did I find Star? So my journey to Star Citizen was really, really weird. So I remember, I'm 24. So when Star Citizen had its inception in 2014, I was pretty young.
Same boat. I'm 23, so I was a child.
So I used to watch a guy on YouTube named Devil Dog Gamer. I was addicted to watching armor videos. Armor was all I wanted to play and do. And I remember being like 15 or something and being like, wow, I'd love to own a $300 spaceship, but I'm a child. Like I distinctively remember watching like the ships in the hangars and stuff like that. And years down the track, I started watching Captain Shack because I was into like strategy games and stuff. And then I was brought in through Morph. I I watched a bunch of Armco. I was in Armco since like 2017 or something like that. And yeah, so I joined in through Morph. I saw his 890 jump video that a lot of people saw. And that was it. Yeah, just fell in love with Star Citizen. Then found the Cobras and all the people on Twitch and started playing. It was literally just like that. I started watching and then upgraded my PC, and that was away we go. Like
mine was
2
kind
years
of the
ago now.
opposite. It was like pulling teeth. So like my chat got me to play. I spun around in a hangar and crashed like 5 times trying to leave. And then they kept linking videos of like lore for me to watch, or like morphologist architect reviews or whatever. And I just would refuse to watch them. You like absorbed yourself. I refused.
Deny
I
the
denied
game.
it. And just died a lot. So that's funny.
Yeah, like I played EVE Online. I played I wanted to get into Star Wars Galaxies. I played Star Trek Online, but none of it kind of hit the spot. And then Star Citizen was just like, oh, what is this? Like,
no one knows,
crazy.
Gal.
Well, I will say, as a fellow Arma nerd fan, I'm gonna sound old because I was in my 20s when I found Star Citizen. I was around that time when like Arma 2 and Arma 3 first started, and I remember Devil Dog Gamer and all of those other groups when they started to play Star Citizen. Was like, yes, this is great, and kind of talking about that stuff. So, Jake, yes, Jake, we are Star Citizen boomers. That is true. But yeah, I'm glad to hear another Arma fan sort of tracing the way in. Eralia, how did you end up getting into Star Citizen if you rejected it constantly? What was the thing that finally made you go, yeah, this is the game. I'm gonna stick with this?
I didn't reject it. I just rejected learning about it. Like learning, caring.
Lazy.
I didn't even know what a roadmap was. Not lazy. I find games more fun when I don't read the manual, and I've always been that way. So chat, they are really helpful and not really backseaty, but like the Star Citizen community really tries to like. And now I am one of those people that's like, understand one of us,
Yeah.
But back when I joined, I was like, no, I'm just going to keep treating this how I treat every other game. And I'm just going to go in blindfolded and I'm going to crash into rocks. And that's about it. So
I honestly think that's the best way of learning. Just crashing a bunch and then eventually figuring out how to do things, because it's one of those things. Star Citizen is one of those games where like you either become a super really good, like you just sit down and go, I'm going to become the best pilot in the universe, or you just show up and you're like, wow, that's a rock. I'm going to see if I can go there, And,
yeah.
How big can this explosion get? And just constantly dance in front of do dance emotes in front of somebody who's trying to fly a Connie. And say
that's
how,
Gal. That's Gal. One time I got into an elevator with Gal, and not once, multiple times. I got into an elevator with him, and he pushed all of the buttons and then got off. So yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Not the first time. That's just one of
last.
the many things that Gal likes to do for me. He's a
sleep emote.
It's his duty as a mod. His duty as a mod is to just absolutely screw with people like that.
Speaking of mod duties, one of my mods is actually in chat, and he's the one that got me into the game. Mm-hmm. He asked me, because I was playing Satisfactory, and he was like, hey, have you heard of Star Citizen? And I was like, nope. I'm 12. Let's start. What is that? He was like, yeah, a streamer I know is actually doing a giveaway, shocker, for a game package. Would you be interested? And I was like, I don't know what that means, but if you get it for free, sure. And then spoiler alert, he didn't win, and by that time I already bought the game. So that's
hey, it works.
Giveaways work.
Hey. So you both said you were heavy into PvP beforehand. What aspects of PvP do you enjoy? Like, did you enjoy in Star Citizen? And what's changed? Do you think you're going to get? And also, do you think you're going to go back into PvP as things go further?
You can go first, Gal.
For me, it really, like, the change for me that made me kind of like fall out of dogfighting was that I had to relearn it. And for me, like, I'd had through that time after the rework, I just had like some crazy jobs where hours were like just mental. So I didn't have time to learn it. So and I have a background in FPS, playing Arma, CS:GO, all of that stuff. So I was like, hey, stick to what I know. That was pretty much it. As far as going back into it, I mean, Flight always gets changes and will continue to get changes. So I guess I'll just have to wait until I enjoy it more. I guess just until like I have an urge to like want to get into it. Because for now, like I'm not like, oh, I really want a PvP. Because now, if you bounty hunt someone, they just fucking sit in their bed and that's it.
Out.
See you later.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How about you, Eralia?
I got into PvP because I was a keyboard mouse player. Once again, I rejected like anything that immersed me more into it because I didn't know what was going on. So I played keyboard mouse, and my immediate reaction, just like Gal, was like, I play Apex, I play League, I play Valorant, XYZ. I play games that are keyboard heavy, so my instinct is to pew pew. So that's what got me into it. I was like, I want to get good. I want to, shoot spaceships. And I actually got in, I think me and Gal joined around the same time, 2020, summerish. And that fall/winter time period was the first kill event, where you could earn the Vandal mask. If anyone remembers that Halloween event where it's like get 50 kills. And
I came after that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was like the pivotal moment for me. That was like, this is what I love to do in the game. And then all of the PvPers rose versus all of the non-PvPers. And you guys know the rest, if you were there, but that's really what like set in stone that I really want to get good at this. And then what got me off of PvP was the changes, the constant changes. I felt like I couldn't keep up. And also this past year, end of 2021, I got flight sticks for the first time because I was like, you know what? I play this game. I accept Star Citizen and you people. I am one of you people now. I'm going to learn to like enjoy other parts of the game that aren't just keyboard mouse heavy. And so that actually that got me into fighting, but it also kind of got me into other things, and it unlocked other parts of the game for me that I didn't find as enjoyable before, just like sitting down and playing it like a normal game, if you will. So who knows, might get back into it. I think that something that would be a deciding factor for me would be the loot. The loot has been big. That got me kind of more into it. And then pyro. So
yeah, pyro is the ultimate PvP arena. Many citizens enter, one leaves.
Right.
All right. Let's talk about the main topic for today, which I wanted to talk with you both about, because I know both of you also dabble in the sandbox side of the game at times. Especially Gal with his Gal, both of you with your wonderful singing voices, and the new.
How does everyone know about that?
Because it's gotten viral, just about.
I mean, yeah, Star Citizen.
You're viral.
You're
like,
on moly.
The college barstool sports thing, Gal, for your Hallelujah Cave.
Really?
No. I was
just
kidding. That would be so funny, though.
No, hell no. Bro, I was so nervous, dude. I was so nervous. I was like, yeah, and then I saw Zero's viewers, and I was like, this is a bad decision.
I was gonna say, chat's like, Paul, once you sing, I can't hold a tuna bucket. All right, I am smart lore man. I am not singy man. I'll just say that. But
we can do a rap. It's all right. We'll do one with Anna.
Oh yeah, she raps all the time.
I know she's dropping a rap album soon. So So with that in mind, what are things that you find yourself doing in Star Citizen that isn't like just bounty missions or that whole kind of thing? What are some of the things you find you're drawn that draws you out, like the non-traditional Star Citizen experience, the sandbox experience?
Me and Gal are children. Sorry. So we kind of combo this because me and Gal play a lot. So a way that we like to have non-traditional experiences in Star Citizen is that we like fighting, so we find new ways to invent ways to fight people. One of the most notable ones recently being putting a Tonk on top of an 890, or more like 3 Tonks on top of 3 890s, forming a fleet of 890Ts, Tonks, and then taking out hammerheads, which, by the way, took like 8 shots. It was kind of cool.
We did that, and then we might have role-played the British Navy and done some player bounty hunting.
Yep, with Tonks. And knocked out like an Avenger Titan in one shot.
Yeah, there was a guy doing the comrade, and we all just popped up 3 890s with tanks on them. We're like, "This is the British Royal Navy. Come out!"
Surrender
Like, it
now!
was so dumb.
And then we blew up
And
his ship, and he joined us.
he was really nice, so he cleared his crime set for him.
He hadn't done it before.
So chaotic.
That sounds like
3 890s.
A moment I had where I was decided I was going to play a character, and I met someone just talking to random people, and someone started insulting me, and so I consulted in the back, and I said, "Meet me at this location. We will fist fight." And so we ended up we were gonna duel with like pistols. So pistols at dawn, sir. And so we ended up going. He met me there, and we dueled
at dawn.
Dueled at dawn, literally at dawn. It was fun to do that sort of thing.
That's so cool. What the
Epic.
heck?
Yeah. So is there like anything else you find in the sandbox nature of things that you tend to be drawn to other than just pure fighting?
Gal probably can go here. He does a lot of shenanigans with the random streamers.
Yeah. Man, even when I first got into the game, I think like a lot of us get past that honeymoon stage, and I think unfortunately, a lot of new players when they start, they get into that mindset of, hey, I need to grind for this next ship, and I think it's a shame because I remember running bounties and stuff with the group that I used to play with a lot when I first started. And I upgraded from a Mustang to a F7C. And my friend had a Super Hornet. He had the Heartseeker. And I was like, wow, I'm so jealous of that. And ended up getting one the next Valentine's, which was a couple months. And I remember just going out to Microtech, sitting on a mountain and watching the sunrise, just being like, wow. I literally would sit there for hours. I would sometimes have Star Citizen and the sunrise on my main monitor, and then Netflix on the other monitor. And watch a movie. Like, literally, I would just sit there. I would just be like, "Wow, like this is insane! Like it's such a immersive experience." And even like I'm playing mouse and keyboard for like 2 years. Like you don't need sticks for it. Like I mean, they obviously enhance it, but like there's so much you can do. There's just so much you can do. Yeah, Netflix and chilling with myself. Oh god,
Spaced Out Edition.
Can't do me like that, man. But yeah, I mean, like. Even like just before I got on here, I was with the Armco. We did like a 50-player event with all hammerheads and stuff flying around in Area 6 on Arcourt. Big war, crazy stuff. But there's plenty you can do. I mean, like my main stuff, I mainly do bounty hunting at the moment in game. But my thing that I want to go into is medical stuff. I have a Endeavour Hope. I've got a Apollo. And I like interacting with players because I think the Star Citizen community is so diverse in terms of age, in terms of all different backgrounds, all different countries. Like it's crazy. It's rare to see like such a diverse community, and everyone's like so positive as well. I mean, you got some bad eggs, but
some bad eggs.
About them. Don't go to Reddit. No, I'm just kidding. They don't like me over there.
They don't like anyone, to be fair.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't like me either. So you're
they don't like me either.
Oh yes, yeah. And Facebook doesn't like me either.
Oh my god, Gala has like a fan club of haters.
Oh man, it's crazy. I get hated on for playing the game normally. No, I don't really I don't have hate. It's fine. Just the odd post. It's fun.
Let's talk about the other thing. So how do you think CIG could encourage newer players to experience the sandbox? Like getting like a good example, something we used to do back in the day was Grey Cat Sumo, where you just get Grey Cat, the BTBs, and then ram into each other and try to push each other off a place, or whoever exploded first loses, or bodyboarding, where you could actually literally slide down the hills, but because you could trick your body to go into ragdoll, and then you just slide down hills with your body, and those sorts of things. How could CIG help encourage some of these things? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I remember I had like that honeymoon phase where I was doing all the things to break the game, like the tonk thing, but that's more recent. But back in the day, like jumping off the Lorville Tower with every vehicle you own to see which one would survive, those kinds of things. I don't really know what got me in that mindset or what kept me there. I know that the community gets really excited when you do things like that, and you get excited and you feel that love for the game, but I don't know. I think that as you keep playing, I don't want to speak for everyone, but at least for myself, like I find myself feeling a little bit jaded sometimes. You just don't feel that excitement of the verse anymore. You kind of take it for granted, but then you go and play a different game, you step away for a minute and you come back and it just feels a little bit refreshing again. So I think, I mean, that's like a personal thing. Stepping away and coming back brings you better ideas. But as far as CIG and implementing something that could encourage players to expand their horizons, introducing, I'm not going to say a new gameplay loop, but maybe a new gameplay loop. You know, they've been expanding, and every time that they do that, it just restrikes that general wave of like hype for everyone. Even with Jumptown, people were finding different ways to to cheese it or to come up with crazy ships to bring or whatever, like
or
events.
To steal people's ships and get Facebook posts made.
Right. And that was the thing. And then everyone found out about it and it kind of died and no one cared anymore. But like every time there's a new surge, whether it's an event or they're expounding upon a gameplay loop, such as like the medical thing, people were overdosing people in elevators with pens. I mean, we find ways to break the game every time there's something new. And I just think it's just going to take that new place or whatever it is to get people on that high again.
Nice. Okay. Gal, what do you think? How do you think CIG is do anything to encourage people to kind of break out of their horizons, to become more embrace the sandbox craziness rather than just go for the grind?
I think it's hard at this point because I think the main turning point, which killed all gameplay and all of that kind of stuff, was losing your armor when you die. Because before you would still lose your gun, which would be a pain in the butt. But you used to be able to just, like, I remember we used to do events for Zero and we could just respawn on cuddies and it would just be mayhem. You get 4 lives and you go. But now everything in Star Citizen, like, as I experienced today, it took 2 hours to set up like 40 people. And it was pretty organized. And for you to organize that long and then lose all your gear when you die, it's just like, it's so painful. To do stuff like that, you can't. If you jump off the level tower, guess what? You lose all your stuff. As for like encouraging you, so I'm not sure about that. But I guess like implementing new things, like Eralia said, would be the way to go to make people experience things. One of the ways I've thought that would be amazing would be weather. I remember going back. Do you guys remember the Sandworm video back from Gamescom? I think it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Comes in, the big zoom in, you have the Andromeda, it goes and lands on a pad, he gets out in the Ursa or whatever. I'm just like, why don't we have stuff like that where maybe the wind in the valleys are too big and you have to land your Andromeda and go down to deliver a box. Obviously, you'd have to give more money, but like, I don't know, like, get people out of their ships. That's what I'm saying. People spend too much time on their ships. Look at every streamer. It's low fly or ship bounty hunting or something like that. That's why.
That's true.
I mean, like, it gets boring after a while. You know what I mean? You can only watch so much low flying until you know every fucking grain of sand in Daymar. It's like, and low flying is cool. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not crapping on anyone. But people need to get out of their ships. Because. Once you're out of your ship, you feel that sense of scale. What about the first time a new player sees a reclaimer or something like that? They're not in the ship; they're outside of it, going like, "Holy crap!"
Reclaimer.
Racing's a good one as well. I think, getting out of our ships. We need to get out of our ships more. Now, I was like excited for bunkers to be able to use my hover bike to go into the bunkers. Guess what? Turrets now shoot grav-live, and I'm like. Now like you need a bigger ship to carry a wheeled vehicle, and it's like, man, like, come on. Touch some grass in game, you know?
In-game grass.
Touch digital grass.
And that kind of goes with the new stuff. Most of the new stuff that's successful has to do with ground stuff. So like medical gameplay, ground stuff. I mean, the cave rework, ground stuff. Like most of the space stuff is either flight reworks or adding gas, stinky poo-poo clouds to the orbital stations and whatnot. So, I mean,
which is good. All of this stuff is needed.
I love that stuff. Don't get me wrong. I love cool, pretty space game, but I
there's
agree
no
with
reason
you.
that we need ground vehicles at the moment or to need to go on foot. You just never do. I don't know how you would change that. I had an idea before that I just like it just slips my mind. My brain's not working.
It'll probably come back in a moment.
Yeah.
I'll go on with another one because we kind of talked about this. What are things that CIG could implement? What tools would you like to see from CIG to help improve like the non just grind gameplay? Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
My immediate buzzer is like I play survival crafting games, give people something to build. I know that's a really cop-out answer, but I'm a simple girl, simple needs. Like I like Minecraft. I still play Minecraft. I like The Forest. I like all of those games that encourage that sense of creativity. So
ape neuron activation brain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Simple, build whatever, anything. I mean, blueprint, go collect some sticks on Microtech and build literally anything. I mean, give people something and they'll go with it. I know that's a lot more difficult because you have to for game dev side, because you have to put constraints and limits and whatever. But I mean, if you implement any sort of crafting mechanic like that, people would go nuts. People would go nuts. I would go nuts. I am people.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think, and this is something that a lot of people are asking for. You know what I think will make a lot more Sandbox stuff happen? Armor sets.
There we go.
Armor sets. I have to go every time I die. I have to go back to a station and go. I want to buy blue helmet, blue arms, blue chest, blue pants, backpack. If we could get an armor set, you could get orgs having multiple, because I mean a lot of the Sandbox gameplay that you will have is within groups and orgs. You can't there's only so much you can do alone. You know what I mean? It's in kind of like Minecraft but no building. You can go and explore, but that's about it. If you gave people more power to do things on their own, like armor sets, something as simple as that, I think that's something pretty simple, right? And even people who don't do Sandbox stuff could use that as well. Because for me, the main thing that stopped me from doing org stuff and stopped a lot of people was you die and you lose all your crap, and it's hard. The other thing is inventory transferring. Man, when the wipe dropped, I got RSI. I swear to God, my forearm was like numb for 2 days because I was moving everything from Lorville to Everest Harbor, and then I was gonna spread it out further, and I was like, nope, hell no. Like Moist, I think made a macro for it, but it didn't work for me, and I was like, oh man.
So quality of life improvements would encourage people to be more 100%. Sandboxy because they wouldn't spend more time on the mundane things.
As I said, it takes too long to set up to do any of that stuff. Now, I mean, I've got known for my bloody naked bunkers. That's because I couldn't be bothered to buy a suit. I was like, hell, I'll just get pants. It's quick, yeah.
I know. I just go out places in my pajamas, is what I call them. The white space suit with the helmet. I'm sure a lot of people do.
I mean,
that's the easiest way to do anything. Yeah, literally.
Yeah, but I reckon, so armor sets and, I don't know, quality of life, being able to move multiple stuff. Yeah. Because the Moist macro can also only do so much. It takes time. You got to sit there and then it goes.
Yeah.
You still have to wait. It's a pain.
Okay, so just more things to make.
Do you guys ever play RuneScape?
Yeah, no, I haven't in a while, but I know what you're talking about.
You like the armor sets that you could, yeah.
Yeah.
I think CIG also kind of misunderstands that, because I'm part of Team Armor Set for sure. I think because I remember them asking this, and CIG says we're not going to do that. And I think the thing that, because it's like, oh yeah, you can have armor sets, but you just can't auto buy it for you or whatever, or have it purchased for you. And
have you ever been to a luxury suit shop? You're like, hey, I want a suit for a wedding. It's going to be at a beach, and they're like,
yeah.
You ever go to a luxury place? It's like you're spending thousands of AUEC on armor, and you can only buy one. Or there's gear in a bunker, and there's only arms and not a matching suit. What's the point?
Yeah, I think what CIG misunderstands is that no one wants you to get free armor forever. What we want is the ability to say, this is my armor loadout. I would always like that, please. And so when you purchase it, you just automatically rebuy it, and maybe there's a timer where it waits for it to come back to you, or a couple, just like a reasonable for ships, because it's going to take
even if it costs more, make us pay for it. Heck, imagine people are complaining about the hydration and food now. I don't have any issue with it, But imagine if you could have a runner, like a AI runner, that would be like, hey, I want to buy 6 sets of this. I want a water bottle and a fucking a ration in the chest, and then like you're sorted. Then you do have to drink and eat, and you do have to worry about that stuff. But like, I don't know, like let me buy a Happy Meal. Exactly.
Yeah. Just have it kind of available. I think that's the key. Yeah.
Insurance, like Tarkov, that's another option that someone said in chat.
Yeah, and we already have the insurance system in for ships. Why not for armor? Why not for gear, especially if you want to use it all the time?
Yeah.
It's expensive, man. Imagine spending $1,000 on a helmet. Like, Jesus. Yeah. I mean, the diaper's 600 AUC
diaper. That's actually pretty accurate, though. Come on. I mean, military grade equipment. Not to, bring that up, but it gets pretty pricey. You know how much oil costs for like jet fuel for steel beams and whatever. Like, I mean, there's a lot of money for armor.
Armor LTI. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'll spend real money. I don't care. I just want it.
Well, I'll also say, like, to the point about, like, say, crafting. One of the things that CIG has talked about long ago, which they haven't brought up in the sense, is overclocking. The ability to modify weapons and equipment to boost some aspect of it just a little bit, tweak it so that, so like, so you take like a shield generator and you make it more like stronger, but at the result, its recharge time is lower, so you can kind of modify it.
Yeah. Now that sorry, go
ahead.
I was just gonna say, now that like all of the modules have been like flatlined. I mean, it did used to be like that. Industrial would have more health but less recharge time. Military had less of a pool. Civilian was kind of in the middle. I imagine that stuff will come. And with engineering and stuff like that, it will get more in depth. But again, soon TM.
Yeah. Those little things. I think ECIG could start implementing some of that stuff in the near future. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're going to wrap up this section. Short discussion, but we're going to be moving on to the question and answer session. Thank you, Eralia and Eralia.
Yeah, Eralia.
Eralia. Eralia. Thank you, Eralia and Gal, for joining us for this beginning section. If you are watching this on YouTube and you enjoyed this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We do this live on Saturdays. It's free. Comment down below with your own thoughts on how to improve the Sandbox gameplay. Would love to hear your thoughts on this one. I do read all comments. I don't respond to everything, but I do try to read everyone. Make sure that you're following the social medias of these two wonderful guests for today. And if you too want to ask questions for guests in the future, come join us live. We do this on Saturdays at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. You can come join in the chat and hang out, like all the people right here who are causing seizures.
Yeah, you can spam the seizures. It had to be sin.
And like I said every time, hope to see you someday in the black.